welcome back, Life Sciences. I hope you enjoyed your little break. Did you go and maybe have a look what kind of fats and oils you have in the fridge, right? Maybe, or in your counter, or somewhere in your house, right? Did you go and have a peek and see, oh, this is a fat, this is an oil, and which ones are going to be healthy for me? Okay, guys, the next section of work that we're going to look at, they're also organic compounds, and they are vitamins, and they tie up with the lipids. As I said to you, one of the things is some of the lipids dissolve in, well, some of the vitamins dissolve in fats, all right, in the lipids in your body, and that has an effect on how often you need to eat the food, etc. So what we're going to look at now is we're going to look at the vitamins. This is a section like minerals. Maybe make a mind map of it. Maybe you can do a table. And what you need to for each section is, why is a vitamin important? Right? What kind of foods? Have an idea of what kind of foods they are. And remember, we're looking at this concept of a deficiency disease. A deficiency is when you have too little of something. So if I do not get the right vitamins in, what could possibly happen to my body? What maybe I could fall sick, maybe I'm unhealthy. What exactly is going to happen? Okay, guys, so if we have a look at the groups, as we say to you, some of the vitamins are going to dissolve in fat, and the 4 vitamins that we are going to look at are vitamins A, D, E, and K. Fat soluble, we don't need to eat as much of it, right? It lasts in our body longer. Then the ones that we don't store, these are going to be vitamin B and vitamin C, and those we're going to need to have to eat more of, replenishing them more often. When I look at B, you see I've put in here the B group. Vitamin B has got at least 16 or so different kinds of vitamins. So when we look at vitamin B, we're just going to look at it as a general, all right? There's a lot of different kinds of vitamin Bs, but we're just going to look at them as a general group. Okay, guys, we're going to start off with vitamin A, right? And vitamin A is very important for our skin and for our eyes. If you see this picture over here, what happens is his eye, I know you maybe don't like to touch your eye, but if you touch your eye, it's very moist, all right, and it's very soft. And what happens is, if you don't have enough vitamin A, you actually form like a hard layer over your eye, right? And remember, it's very important. Light needs to get in, and it's like having something that blocks there. It's not really important, right? Not really important. It's not really pleasant for anybody who's got that condition. Okay, so what we have here, guys, is vitamins are going to assist with the minerals. So if you can see that here, it doesn't say anything about building, right? It keeps the skin. Let me get my pen, right? It keeps the skin, and now we're going to need to get a different color, right? It keeps the skin and the mucous membranes healthy, right? We need it for the eye. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever felt this. It's called night blindness. And night blindness is simply, you cannot see at night. So during the day, you're fine. But later, maybe in lessons, you're going to learn about the eye. And in the eye, you have a receptor. And what that does is that when the sun goes down, you've got vitamin A, and what it does is it makes these things in the back of your eye, you can see better at night. You can't see like a cat and like an owl, but you are able to distinguish between grays and blacks, and you can kind of see in the dark. And especially if maybe you're driving and a car's coming on and the lights are in your eyes, and afterwards you just can't see, right? For lots of normal people, yes, the light comes in your eyes, and as soon as the car passes, you're able to see again, right? But not so with night blindness. Okay, so that literally you battle to see at night. So if you're driving a car or something like that, it's not, you're going to cause an accident. Now, if you have a look at the foods, I want you to notice the foods. Anything that has a really bright color. I know maybe your parents told you if you eat carrots, it's going to be good for you. It really is. Guys, if you have a look at all these bright colors, all the oranges and the greens and the yellows, right? Those are really, really bright colors. Those are filled with vitamin A. And they also have what they call an antioxidant. I don't know if you ever heard of what an antioxidant is, but in our body, we have got cells that, if I could say, they're bad, right? And what they do is they could maybe turn into cancer cells. And antioxidants basically try to fight those bad cells in our body, right, to try and make us healthier. So vitamin A, guys, really important for your eyes. So try and, if possible, right, get some fruit in, something with a nice bright color. Look at your vegetables, spinach, broccoli, cauliflower, right, anything with a color in it, right, a yellow, a pepper or an apple or something like that, and that is really good, all right, for your eyes. Your eyes are really, really important, and you need to get that vitamin A. Okay, guys, the next one is vitamin D, and this vitamin D we get from the sun. Well, we don't get vitamin D from the sun, but you know what? Going out into the sun is really healthy for us. So we've got to be careful of our skin. But what happens is when the sun hits our skin, there's a whole lot of chemical reactions. And what it does is, it actually, our body, the vitamin D, helps our body to absorb calcium. And let's go back to the minerals. What did I need calcium for? Healthy bones and teeth. All right. Vitamin D helps with the calcium so that my body can absorb calcium to keep my bones, all right, and all of that healthy. So we get it in, all right, sunlight, a couple of minutes of sunlight. Right, guys, we're also going to find it in fish, in yogurt, in milk, in cheese, and in eggs, and margarine. I don't know if you guys, how many of you use, I think it's Sunshine D, all right, the margarine, Sunshine D, right, it's called because it's going to be rich in that vitamin D for us. Now, because it's really important, helps our body with calcium, you can see here, all right, this is rickets. And then you see little old ladies, although anybody can get it, right, that is going to be your osteoporosis. So if your body doesn't have enough vitamin D, what do I need vitamin D for? To get the calcium, right? And where does calcium go? Calcium goes to my bones and keeps my bones nice and strong so that it can help me stand. My bones don't crumble weak. And when I get older, right, I don't have arch over like that. Why? Because the bones of my vertebra, my spinal cord, right, all those bones in my back are strong. They're not weak, and they can keep me upright. Just go into the sun, guys. Go into the sun. Much easier way that we can look at it. Right. The next one is vitamin E. Right. Now, vitamin E, again, it is an antioxidant. And what does it mean? It tries to get all those bad cells out of our body. But also very important, what it helps here is when we look at, all right, hang on, oh, we're busy touching buttons here. When we have a look, where we go, at this thing called cholesterol. Cholesterol is fat, right? And what happens is, what do? Right? We stop. Whenever I say to you, we've got these arteries, and we deposit the fat into the arteries to make it smaller. Vitamin E actually tries to stop that from happening. Okay? So it says, listen here, guys, all right, let's try not to deposit all the fat there, you see? The deposition, it tries to stop that. So healthy vitamin D, if you have a look, there's nuts, right? Broccoli, I hate broccoli, all right? I don't know why, it looks like a tree, all right? Avocado, pear, the oils, they're very important. Okay, now for those of you who get to my age, right, we start looking at these concepts. What it does is, if it antioxidants, it keeps you healthy. Because if you're not healthy on the outside, you can look a lot older and unhealthy, all right? So inside, not so good, also outside, not so good. So vitamin E, you'll see the girls, all right? Girls, go and have a look at all your cream that you use to put on your face, chances are it's got vitamin E oil in it, right? Very good for putting on your skin, helping your skin, right, to rejuvenate, to these antioxidants, to all the healthy things to come up and to try and make you look, right, lot younger. So try to look after yourself, right, to be able to not get all those wrinkles when you are older. Guys, if we don't have enough here, right, it says damaged nerve cells. Now, what you're going to notice when later on you're going to look at nerve cells, and I'm going to draw a diagram you might not be familiar with. Your nerve cells looks like this. Now, it's got a long strip. Now, this cell, and what it is around here, all right, is fat. Now, have a look here. Damaged cell membranes. Sorry, let me do that. They're made of fats. There we go. Fats. So what happens is if we don't have enough, all right, if we don't have enough vitamin D, we can actually stop our body from absorbing some of the good, healthy fats, all right? And that, remember what the function is? It builds our cell membranes. And when we get to the nerve cell, a nerve that's going to send a message from our brain to our body, right, can damage because a nerve cell has got fat around it, right? And that's how we make it so we can send the message. So vitamin E, right, we want to make sure that we have enough of it, right, to get the fat to, so our body doesn't, right, we can absorb it and control how much we have. Okay, guys, the next one is vitamin K. Vitamin K, kind of like also like vitamin D, your body can't, it's kind of like sees to it yourself. Inside, you'll see, that's why I've got this picture over here. Inside your large intestine, not your small. I want you to have a look. It's this one over here. You have got a lot and lots of bacteria. All right, you've got a whole colony of bacteria, and they're good. Right, they're there for good. They're not there to cause you harm. They're breaking down a lot of things, right, that your body can't break down, a lot of the food, getting everything in order. They play a very important role in your health. One of the things they do is they actually produce vitamin K. One of the things that the bacteria give off, right, is going to be vitamin K. And that helps with blood clotting. Right, so what happens is that you don't want to bleed too long because that is going to be a loss of blood. So what you want to do to make sure, right, is that if you have a damaged artery somewhere inside, if you got hurt on the outside and a blood vessel has broken, you need to make sure that your blood can clot as soon as you can. And I know K is not a C for clotting, but if you can remember, K for clotting. Right, don't tell your English teacher. I think I'm going to get in trouble if we do that. But it's a way for you to remember. Vitamin K, all right, is going to help you with clotting. And have a look, those of you, I don't like green vegetables, but these I like, some of them, right? These are natural sources of vitamin K. Broccoli, Brussels sprout, apples, lettuce, beans, right, avocado, right, spinach, cucumber, green things, right? Lots of these green things are going to help you, right, with blood clotting. Very important, especially if you don't want sores, you don't want them to, if they don't clot, they'll become infected. Okay, guys, so those are the fat-soluble ones, A, D, E, and K. So we don't need to have too much of that in our diet. You'll see a lot of it, actually things help us, the sun and little things inside of our intestines are going to help us with it, but we do need them in small amounts. So have a look at it, look at what you eat, and maybe just see if you can make a change somewhere. Stored in our fat. Now the next two groups that we look at, our body doesn't store it. So we are going to have to, right, eat foods more that higher in these two groups than we would have in the fat-soluble ones. All right, guys, vitamin B group. This is your energy, 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 energy. All right, those of you who like those horrible Red Bulls and those Monsters and those energy drinks that are bad for you, no, 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 no. right? You need to start getting more vitamin B, right? Healthy eating, not all these funny monster drinks, etc. Okay, just now probably going to get moaned at. But guys, more natural things. Vitamin B is your energy, right? That's really important. It gives your body that energy to do the things during the day. Now, if you have a look at it, here's enzymes. We looked at enzyme last time. What do enzymes do? They're the biological catalyst. They give your body energy to do the things, all right? ATP, and ATP stands for adenosine triphosphate. Don't worry, ATP is energy, right? So your energy foods, that's really important. Look at all the nice healthy things there. Have a look at eggs, maybe some legumes, some soya, some fish, some nuts, all the green vegetables all the time. Now have a look, guys. Vitamin B, quite a serious things can happen if you don't have shortage. I don't know about you, this is a common one. I get it when I'm stressed. When you're stressed, your body's, your energy kind of gets sapped. And very often when we don't have a lack of vitamin B, it comes out and signs on our body. I want you to have a look at all of these things. Okay, ulcers in the mouth, dermatitis, marks on the skin. These are some serious diseases, right, called beriberi and pellagra, right? And they actually, look at all, they disfigure you. They don't, marks on the skin, right? They have an effect on how your brain functions. So vitamin B, is really, really important. You've got to have it in your diet quite often. As I said to you, you'll notice during exam time, this is what you should be taking, right? It helps your body, your memory, to help you think clearly. Those are the kind of things that you need. Then our last vitamin is vitamin C, all right? I love the name, ascorbic acid. Acid, it's bitter. Now, vitamin C, okay, look, it helps with your skin. So it goes along with all the vitamin E and the vitamin A. Guys, it helps with your blood vessels. It helps if you absorb iron, all right? We looked at iron when we did nutrients. And vitamin C, all right, is really important. Those of you who put it on your face, right? It helps you maybe to fight colds and flu during COVID. It might help you, all right, with all to keeping healthy, etc. And what are we going to have? Fresh fruit and vegetables. Oranges, lemons, strawberries, anything that's got a bitter. And believe it or not, actually potatoes have got vitamin C in it, right? So there's lots of things that you can have. And I don't know if you can remember here, those of you who have lack of vitamin C, right, your gums get all sore. You bruise very easily. And you've got all these funny marks on your skin, all right, and it doesn't heal properly. Your sores stay open. So vitamin C, really important for you. Okay, guys, we're going to have a quick break, and we'll be right back.